Our two card sharkers could win over $50,000 by the return of these cards on Card Shark. And here's the star of Card Sharks, Rodney1279. Welcome everybody, and we're ready to do the Card Shark Showdown on this evening. I'm glad y'all YouTubers are watching with us, and we have a great champion with us and another challenger that's a good friend of mine. So let's play Card Sharks. And let's go ahead and set the music. And here we go. Now our returning champion, who has won one game, he has a total of $4,000. It's Gary Newkirk.
Do you want to dance with me? Why won't anyone dance with me?
And Gary, you had a little rough time at the money cards. You think it'll be better this time?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You said no.
I'm kidding. Of course it's gonna be better.
Yeah, you're using reverse psychology on these cards, huh?
No.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you, Gary. I hope you win 2 in a row. And our challenger is Alex Houle. You ready to play this game, Alex?
Ready, solid.
Alright. Well, guys, let me explain the rules of the game. I'm going to throw some toss-up questions to these guys for control of this game board. And the object of this game is for them to work their way across the board by predicting whether these cards are higher or lower than the ones before it. Whoever gets to the end of the game board and predict whether that last card is higher or lower correctly will win a round at $500. It takes 2 rounds to win a match, and the first person to win $1,000 will go on to the money cards for $32,000 and a shot at the 7-card big money game for an extra $20,000, okay? And Gary, you're playing the blue cards, and Alex, you're the challenger, you're playing the red cards. And I want to wish the both of you good luck. Okay, Gary, this question goes to you first, and here it is.
Alright, I'm listening.
Alright. We surveyed 100 bachelors and asked them, before you actually break up with a girl, do you rehearse what you are going to say to her? How many bachelors do rehearse before they break up with a girl?
I'm sure a lot of us guys do that when it comes to relationships. But I'm going to say that's going to be a good meeting number. I'm going to have to say around at least 54.
Going with 54. Alright, Alex, is it higher or lower than 54?
I do have to agree with Gary. I'll say just a little bit higher.
A little higher than 54. Alright, Alex, if it is higher than 54, you'll play your cards. Otherwise, Gary gets to play his cards. Here it is. The actual number of bachelors that do rehearse before they break up with a girl is 40. It is not higher, it is lower, so Gary gets it.
Okay, that's my card.
Alright, Gary, here's your opening card. Gary, your card is a 5. You can play it or change it.
It's okay, but just to say safe, I'm going to change it.
He's changing the 5. He has the right to do that because he won the question. The 5 becomes another 5, Gary. No change.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to say higher than 5, please.
Higher than a 5. Oh no, it's a 3.
Thanks.
Okay, Alex, you get a free chance at the card. You must play off of this card. It's a 7, Alex.
Higher.
Higher than a 7. It's a 10.
Lower.
Lower than a 10. It's an 8. 7 plus 1.
Free.
Freezing on the 8. Protecting his position. I'm going to reset Gary card. And Alex, your question. Alex, we surveyed 100 medical doctors, and we asked them, have you ever removed a bullet from a patient? How many doctors have removed a bullet from a patient?
Well, if the patient had been shot by a gun or something, then the only way, but I wouldn't say that. So, I'm gonna put some do. It's just gonna be like a middle number. I'll say 57.
Alex Houle says 57 doctors said that they have removed a bullet from a patient. Gary, is it higher or lower than 57?
Higher.
He's going higher, okay. All right, let's check it out. The actual number of doctors that said that they have removed a bullet from a patient is... It is 55. It's not higher, it's lower. Good guess, Alex. All right, Alex, you have the 8. What do you want to do with that 8?
Change it, please.
The 8 becomes a 2.
Higher.
Higher than a 2. It's a 7.
3.
Freezing on the 7. He's one card from winning game 1. And Gary, it's your question. Gary, we surveyed 100 married women and asked them, when you choose your outfits, do you dress to please yourself rather than your husband? How many married women dress to please themselves?
That's going to be a middle. I'm thinking, there's another in my mind, I'm thinking 54.
Okay, Gary's saying 54. Alex, is it higher or lower than 54?
I'll say lower.
Okay, Alex is saying lower than 54. Okay, let's check it out. The actual number of married women that dress to please themselves is 84. It is not lower, it is higher, so Gary gets it. All right, Gary, you have the 5. What do you want to do with that 5?
Like I said, 5, so card, change it, please.
All right, he's changing the 5. The 5 becomes a 3, a better change.
Higher.
Higher than a 3. It's a queen.
Lower.
Lower than a queen. It's a 9.
I'm going to freeze on that 9.
Freezing on the 9. And this is our 4th and final question. Somebody must win on this play of the card, so control is critical. Alex, it's your question. Alex, we surveyed 100 single women and asked them, can you honestly say that once you have a first date with a guy, he always calls to ask for a second date? How many single women claim that men always call for a second date?
That would have to be a high number. I'll say 61.
Going with 61. Gary, is it higher or lower than 61?
That's good. That's brilliant. So, how many guys know what 61's a good number. I hate to say this, but it's lower.
You're going low, okay. This is an important move, so let's check it out. The actual number of single women that claim that men always call for a second date is 53. It is lower. Good job, Gary. All right, Gary, you have a choice here. Gary, you have a 9, and you have the power to change that 9 if you want to, but you have 2 cards to go in order to win this first game. Alex has a 7. He cannot change that 7. He has 1 card to go in order to win the game. You want to play it yourself or pass it to Alex?
I want to play.
All right, and you want to keep the 9 or do you want to change it?
Change it, sure.
Okay, this is a big move. The 9 becomes a queen. Now, okay, you make any mistakes right here, Gary, then Alex wins the game. You said lower than the queen. Lower. It's a 7. Continue.
Higher, please.
If it is higher, you'll win the first game and $500. If it is not, Alex will have $500. Higher than a 7? No, it's a 2, and Alex, you have won the first game. Good job. Yeah, that was a good try. So that's $500. And I think we're going to take a commercial break right here. And when we come back, we'll have the board set up for game 2. Stay tuned.